So we're back at the podcast. It is episode 29 of the Quarantine Chronicles, 29 days in this 29 podcast. I feel like every time I say the number, I always mess it up, but for sure, 100% I am correct today. We are episode 29. It's been 4 weeks of being inside with limited amount of going outside.
Justin, what is your favorite piece in your collection, wrestling related?
I'll say
off the top of your head.
Piece, but like the Undertaker plaques are definitely my top tier.
Yeah, how many do you have? Because I know they've like only started to make them like towards the end.
I have 25, 26, 27, 28. All of them have the piece of the ring in it.
Mm-hmm. And autographed.
And they're all autographed.
That's pretty good.
And then I stopped collecting it when I bought the Eat, Sleep, Break the Streak. Because after that, it's kind of pointless, you know?
Yeah, it really is. No. Because, it's just the streak. After that one, why would you? You're not counting down anything. It's just an Undertaker match. So.
And then they also made the sizes, double the size. So they're kind of even more. 2 plaques equals, 1 plaque now.
Yeah. Yeah, they doubled the price and doubled the size. So that's when I just kind of, did whatever.
And the ones they released from 31 and 32
mm-hmm.
and 33, 34, they're not even signed.
Yeah.
So
it's just like a cheap plaque.
It's a plaque. It's an unsigned plaque that costs twice as much. Why am I going to buy it when I bought a signed plaque that's worth way more money?
I was looking at my at my walls today. I just hit my microphone. I was looking at my walls today, and I was looking at that All Out poster that I made that I had everybody sign. And honestly, that's got to be one of my favorite things, because I was looking at it and I was like, first off, I made that, and second, all these people who I would normally know, or I wouldn't normally know, have signed this thing, that they were in my house, they were eating food, and they signed this poster that I made for this wrestling weekend that wasn't a thing 3 years ago. So it's just one of those things where it's what?
Or even 2 years ago.
Exactly. So it's one of those things where it's it's not worth anything, but to me it's worth a lot.
Because All In was a thing, but we didn't know there was going to be an All Out. We didn't know there was going to be a yearly event. We didn't know there was AEW. It was speculation, but it wasn't real.
And honestly, All In was All In was about the wrestling show for me. But All Out was really about the trip itself, because I didn't really I cared about the wrestling show, but I didn't care a lot about the wrestling show. It was more I cared about hanging out with everybody, and honestly, these are people that I just wouldn't know otherwise through Twitter or through YouTube or something like that. So it was just pretty crazy to I literally will look. I'll wake up and I'll turn to grab my phone, and that's literally the first thing that I look at every day. So it's just crazy to see.
Who would have thought?
Oh, really? I know. Who would have thought?
All those memes, all those years. So what I want to talk about today was Twitter changed our lives. It was one of the catalysts that changed our lives.
Holy crap. It's I almost planned that.
Literally. Because I was in my head, I'm what are we talking about today? Then I told you yesterday I want to talk about this, and it just clicked in my head. Yesterday was my 9-year anniversary on Twitter, as Twitter told me. And it got me thinking a lot. I don't know why my cat is currently running right now.
What's your cat's name?
Stonewall. It's a gray cat. And I also have a black cat named Shadow. My girlfriend's looking at me smiling right now. I don't know what to do. She's
Shadow. Wait, is it Wardlow, Shadow?
Yeah, Shadow. I just said Shadow, the gimmick that we have. Yes.
I was just wondering. I don't think I'd ever heard the name.
Yeah, shout out black cat, not racist.
Anyway, so you were saying?
Oh, if it wasn't for Twitter, we wouldn't know anyone. YouTube was the reason that we followed each other. We knew about each other, but Twitter is the reason why we all talk to each other. We all actually could message each other and follow each other, and then it's hey, DM each other, or oh, you guys see this, or hey, check this out.
When did you join Twitter? 9 years ago would have been 2011.
April 2011. I joined Twitter.
I have a year on you,
which is wild.
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel like I joined it after The Rock came. After WrestleMania 27 is when I joined Twitter. So I made YouTube up until almost a year, and then I
Hmm.
was like, hey, let me make a Twitter finally. Like it was weird. I used Twitter, but I never followed anyone. Or I think I had a separate Twitter, but I never like followed anyone. And then I made my own, like, hey, follow me on this Twitter.
So you made it just to like follow people or follow like
No, I think I had an old one. Like I think I had an RKO NWO one that like I just followed people maybe. I
okay.
don't remember. But then this one was like, all right, come follow me.
And now it's 9 years later because I remember I made one because like mine was strictly for like my YouTube channel. Like I made that because the YouTubers at the time, like not the wrestling related ones, like the tech people and like the vlogging community, like they were like, "Hey, follow me on Twitter." So I was like, "Oh, I gotta follow this person on Twitter," and it kind of like was from there that I got into like talking to wrestling people, and that's kind of like what you were saying about how it kind of like grew from there. And Twitter, like I think CM Punk said this once that Twitter is the world has your phone number. Like that's pretty much what it is.
But it's true because like my old Twitter, like on my phone still, I have if I follow you and you tweet me, it's like getting a text on my phone. I used to have it like I never had the app on my phone for a while for like about like I think like 6 months. So I would get like texts as tweets.
Do you have okay, so here, let me ask you this. So if I favorite something, will you get a notification?
Yeah, on my phone I'll get
If I
like
retweet something, will you get a notification?
yeah.
So you're
See
telling
just
me if you have a tweet hit, you're getting a million notifications, or is it just the people that
just
follow
the
you
people
back?
who follow me. I follow the people I follow.
Okay. Okay, that's not as bad, but that's still kind of crazy. Like if I tweet you right now, you're gonna get the tweet, is what you're
Yeah.
saying?
I get a notification on my phone and a text on my phone
I mean, okay, because like that's like crazy to me.
because I never
Because
subscribed to the text thing. I just left it just in case because sometimes that would be edited out of data. I don't know randomly.
uh-huh.
Like I've been to WrestleMania where people were tweeting at me and only people I knew were like I was getting the message because I was for some reason the data wasn't working but the texts were coming in.
I remember Breach used to say that anytime like somebody that he put on his list would tweet him or tweet in general, he would get a text. So he would have like if I just tweeted like wow like the Jayhawks won today, he'd get a text to his
Yeah,
phone
I remember that. Yeah.
with that. I mean that's beyond insane. Because here's the thing for me, like if okay, I only allow people that I follow to DM me. If if someone DMs me, that's the only time I get a notification because I've just like each year I like go grow distant away from like Twitter and social media just because I'm so tired. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
So that's crazy to me. But hey, to each their own,
But yeah, it's just I don't know, it's wild. It's wild that like it wasn't for Twitter I would have met Ravi because I literally one day tweeted we followed each other. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to this Bret Hart signing." And literally I retweeted it like a couple weeks ago. He like I retweeted with a caption like shoot your shot or something. And they're like, "What did he say? Hold on."
I remember the first time I remember you being in Ravi's videos was that Edge signing.
Oh, I was like a month before Bret Hart signing.
Okay.
It was so weird. It was like, "Oh, we knew each other, but we didn't know each other." He drove to my house and then we drove downtown. And it was just like, "Oh, hey, what up? This is weird. We're going downtown. We're gonna meet Bret Hart. I know you, but I don't know you, you know?
That's the big thing, yeah.
Because not like
Because
we like talk to each other on Skype or anything. It was like we don't know
you
each
knew
other.
of each other.
Like we watch each other videos. That's it. All right, Ravi, February 23rd, 2012. He replied to me. I don't know what I said. Anyways, he replied, LOL, you want to meet up and we can go together. Probably be easier with two people in Toronto traffic and whatnot. Right there. That's how it all started.
That's how it all started. How about that?
306 February 23rd, 2012.
Huh.
And I probably replied like, "Oh hey, yeah, DM me," and then we DM'd each other.
That's pretty crazy because, yeah, I don't know. That's just like one of those things where you wouldn't have thought of it otherwise. And now it's like a thing.
And then I literally messaged him like, I messaged him where I live. The place opens at 10. Bret Hart signing 11. I don't know what time you want to leave, but just text me. And then I sent him my number.
Did he make a video for that?
Yeah,
I don't remember it. I'm about to watch that now.
I know
And I
it's
don't remember that at all.
oh, WWE Leg and makes appearance also.
In the Bret Hart signing?
Yeah.
See, because here's the thing. I remember when he made an appearance. Oh, there he is. Look, you're in the thumbnail and everything. 8.8 thousand views.
Wow.
I
That's when
remember,
I think that's when like YouTube was hot, dude.
yeah, it really was. It was literally like that was. I would say that
8.8.
was the peak.
Yeah, I remember
20,
like shaved my
2012
like
was the peak.
I'm like clean shaven. It's very rare of me being clean shaven on that because I messed up my goatee. Look at leg
Huh.
and if you go to like 616, 615.
616, 615. Let's see. Oh, look at there you are. Oh, that was yeah. Okay, I remember this, but for some reason, look how young he is. Oh my God. I like for some reason I don't remember. Like I remember him at the Edge signing, but this is the clip that I remember seeing Andy in like the thing. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So then like I think 2 months later, after Ravi came back from Mania, we went to the Edge signing and we went to a Wrestle Reunion. Now Wrestle known as WrestleCon,
Uh-huh.
Twitter. So that's one person. I feel like it was mostly through Skype, but like we definitely tweet each other back and forth. And
Yeah, I wish there was a way to like see who, like the. Let's see. What is your name, Justin? So,
so
I'm gonna look this up while you talk.
the way I met Griff was he tweeted no, he was in Ravi went to his house to watch a boxing, the Mayweather Pacquiao fight, and then I tweet Griff because I know he was following me. Hey, where was my invite? And that's how me and Griff became friends. He just DM'd me like, hey, come to the next pay-per-view at my house.
When was this? What year was this?
May 2015.
Okay. So that's newer, yeah. That's right after 31 Mania.
And then I remember me and Miguel was tweeting each other back and forth, and he's like pretty much convinced me to go to SummerSlam 2013 in LA through Twitter.
Huh.
And then we
So,
each DM back and forth. He's like, "Hey, is it fine? I hang out with you guys." He's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
okay,
And then
so your first tweet to me, I totally just cut you off. That's okay. Your first tweet to me was after I tweeted that picture. And like you said, actually, I said, when am I ever going to be in Chicago again? Which is ironic because you've been in Chicago every year for the past 4 years.
5 years.
So, 5 years. Yeah.
5, yeah, because this year, bro, we keep
Yeah.
forgetting I showed up this year.
Well, 2015, you weren't here, were you? No,
2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. 5 years in Chicago.
5 years. Okay. So that's, yeah. Because then we go on about like, we're just tweeting back and forth. We got a Tommy with the Follow Friday. Remember the Follow Friday? I'm going to bring that back tomorrow. Follow Friday. Hashtag FF.
Should I just put HBK fan 25 and try to find this stuff?
Yeah, that's what I did. If you look up your name and then that, it comes up. And then you send me pictures of the Looney and the Toonie.
Look at Tommy.
And then I took a picture.
Your dad was probably, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, I took a picture of the quote unquote sick Kevin Nash figure. It's the Diesel one that's really rare now. And you said that's rare. And you said actually no, if you see the Kevin Nash one, that one is rare. And then I found the Kevin Nash one. It was right behind that one.
Oh, so I made you buy that Kevin Nash one.
uh, I think so. Yeah.
Damn, dude. See,
I
look at
think
that.
I think because like what I would do back in the day, and here's kind of like going back to your point of like Twitter, um, the like I would tweet stuff, and if I never saw it before, um, I would say like, "Hey, is this rare?" Like if it was a DVD I never heard of before, I would tweet it out, "Hey, is this rare?" And this was back in the day when like wrestling was like wrestling fans were like going bananas on Twitter, in like 2012, 2013, even 2014, where it's like if I tweeted something, I was gonna for sure get at least one reply right away.
Like, hey. Oh, yeah, that's rare. Like, someone's always on. Someone's always lurking.
Yeah. So
Mean. Everyone's like,
if
oh, yeah, I'll help you out.
Yeah, so if someone said it was rare, I bought it right away because I left that store with the Kevin Nash figure, the Diesel figure, and the CM Punk figure, and I still have those, and like they're still rare. The Punk one I'm never gonna sell. Like the Kevin Nash one, like if I get into a mood of selling, then I'll sell. But like
And you
it's
already know I got
just what?
I got the hookups. I know what to do.
Yeah, true. So that's like that's one of those things. You tweeted me a picture of you and Punk at SummerSlam 2013. Like
Oh,
probably
just
as you took the picture,
I met your boy.
CM Punk, and then we started talking about B Team Click. Around December, November 2013 is the B Team Click
Isn't it
started.
funny that meme of B Team Click and like we run the biz now?
I mean, if we're going gimmick, then yeah, I guess. But I feel like that's all dead in the water.
B Team Click?
Just the whole idea, like we're just like like we're our own thing now.
Oh, I guess. I don't know what you call it.
I started a website for this. Oh my god, I did. Yeah, I started ywbcclick.weebly.com. It's not there anymore, but
Remember the joke of like you had to sign up for application to get into the
yeah,
club? You're just making dumb nonsense things.
because here's the thing, like they were like they as in Ravi, Luke, Miguel, Breach, um, I'm forgetting somebody.
No,
Like
Reach, Miguel, Ravi, and Steve.
so, yeah, like the
I mean,
top,
Reach, Miguel, Ravi, and Luke. My bad.
the
That's
top
four.
were um like they were always like, oh, like everyone was like, oh, it's like the click, and then like there was like an underlying group of people, like Matt Beast, Destin, um, like us, that were like you know like kind of
We're just friends.
yeah. So like we were there, but it was like we didn't like I think like they like were afraid to make a big deal out of it, and we just kind of like took it and run with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely a point where like WrestleMania 30 was like the peak of everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
in the
that was really it. Yeah.
time of like when everything had peaked for everybody, it was 2014, April 2014.
I agree. Yeah, because the 2015 for WrestleMania 31, like there were still a lot of people that were still all fired up from last year, but a lot of the people like backed out pretty much.
Oh yeah, it was wild. Like I remember WrestleMania 30, we were in New Orleans on the Monday and we're talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna go to LA next year. I'm like, why are we? Everybody relax. Like we talk about we have 300 and whatever days to talk, 50 something days to talk about
Yeah.
WrestleMania 31. We don't need to talk about this on the Monday in New Orleans right before Raw when we're ready to go home. Like like it's fine. Like let's enjoy the trip. Let's not talk about the trip. We're gonna be on Skype in a week. We talk about it then.
You tweeted Demp, Phil, Miguel, Beast, Breach, and Gold Standard Ross, and I think that's like the main group of people that would be on Skype back then.
Oh
And
man. Oh
then
yeah, 2015 we used to be on Skype all the time. I swear like every day was like every day I would tweet like this is the greatest call ever. Like the dumb like, it was like
2014.
jokes upon like every day we'd be tweeting like inside jokes that no one
2014,
would.
2015, those 2 years, we were literally on Skype every day because I remember, like, because it was senior year, I was all fired up and like, it wouldn't matter like, like sleep wise because I really didn't have any like thing that mattered. And then my freshman year, like, I wouldn't like do anything, so I would just stay inside, like, be on Skype, all all like first semester pretty much, because like we have so many live shows that we would do. It was insane.
We're talking about live shows.
Like we would do live shows on my channel. We would watch watch a wrestling show, and we would
Did
do
we?
a
I
live
did
show.
that only a couple times.
No, we did it a lot in the fall of 2015.
Oh, did we? I know I have one on my channel.
Yeah,
But
we did
yeah,
that a lot back then.
that's wild, dude. So yeah, wrestling Twitter. If it wasn't for Twitter, I wouldn't have known anyone. We wouldn't have made all these jokes to look back on, all these memes, all like just hey, I'm gonna be in Chicago. Click 30, click all.
Do you remember the Chipotle thing with me, you, Tommy, and James?
Oh yeah. We would literally tweet each other Chipotle every time we ate Chipotle, and then we all had Snapchat, and we just start snapping each other.
But the reason that started was because we were on Skype one day, and James was saying that he never went to Chipotle because he was too afraid and too intimidated to go up and order.
No, he was
So
like, "You ever heard of this place called Chipotle?" I'm like, "What?" You know, Chipotle, like Chipotle.
Yeah, I didn't know how to say it, but he's also said that he was too afraid to like go up to the line.
Oh yeah, he was too intimidated. I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Not hard.
And the day that he actually went to Chipotle was like a huge day. It was a huge day on the internet.
And then one day he met one of the Young Bucks there.
So your last main tweet to me before I changed my account was stop spending money on cards. You got mania. You got mania is less than 3 weeks.
Look
You
at
spelled
that.
that wrong.
Oh, whatever. But like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, look, 5 years later, and you're still buying cards.
And also, right before that, you quote tweeted the C2E2 that Punk was going to be there, and you told me about it, and now you've been to a C2E2. So
I went with you, and you met Punk there.
exactly.
Like full circle on a full circle. Like who would have? Literally, this whole video is like, hey, look at us.
I guess, yeah. Remember that time you went to Taco Bell with us?
Oh, right. We ran a joke about on Twitter saying how I came to Chicago, and I changed my location to Chicago to a point where some of my friends are like, "Oh, you went to Chicago last week?" I'm like, "Why do you think that?" It's like, "Oh, your thing said in Chicago." I'm like, "No. It was a joke."
And I was sending you pictures and stuff to tweet. And I remember we made a video about CM Punk in Tommy's car, and somebody walked past. So people like walked past behind the car. So people thought that was actually you, and they were like, "Wow, he actually went to Chicago." And then lo and behold, like
And you guys
been
did you
here
guys go
for
to Raw?
what?
No. Did you guys go to Raw?
No, we didn't go to Raw. Raw was going to be in Chicago, but um, so that kind of like helped because I was like, oh, like he's going for Raw. But
Yeah. Also,
and
the deal because everyone said Punk was going to be coming back on that Raw.
yeah, that was early 2014.
Everyone told us, even fucking Dave said that.
Yeah, so that's why it's just funny because you've been here every year, and then like I feel like we'll get into like I feel like we got to pick a day, like maybe you know what, next Thursday let's just have throwback Thursday, and we talk about like the different things. Like we'll talk about Lollapalooza. The next week we'll talk about the 2017 trip. So we'll talk about like you coming to Chicago like every year starting this Thursday or next Thursday.
Sure.
All right.
AEW beat NXT.
Yeah, I was hoping we go to the
That was
podcast without talking about that, but
65. I'm just throwing that out there because if you even attempt to watch what we did yesterday, I said there's no way NXT's losing to AEW.
but they did. Also, I opened up a box of cards today, just because I was in the football mood, and I got a Jarrett Stidham
That is.
like jersey card.
Is it an auto?
It's just a jersey card.
Is that like is he a good player? Is he gonna go high?
Jarrett Stidham is your quarterback, my guy.
Oh, see, I don't even know my own quarterback, dude. So it doesn't even matter.
He's on the Patriots.
I
He's the
learn about
guy.
players on my team and everyone else's team. I just play fantasy, and then I'm like, oh, okay, these guys.
See, that's why I started to buy football cards because I know absolutely nothing about football. So I'm trying to learn. And so when it starts, I'll be like, oh yeah, Joe Burrow. Well, I know Joe Burrow, but like, oh yeah, like Tua Tagovailoa. Like that's like the guy. He plays for Miami. He got drafted number 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. So
By the way, I'm always bad at names, so like I'll forget everybody in football, and then I'll like go to the like I'll do fantasy again. I'm like, oh, I remember everybody now. It all starts clicking back in your head.
I got, by the way, to wrap up here, both Matt Beast and Alex Lorenzo said that the autograph that I pulled in the video that I uploaded today is very good, and he's a good player, should be a first rounder, and it's a low numbered autograph, so shout out to me.
25, so EB 101, right?
Yeah, 25, and Matt Beast said he might go to the Packers, so that would be fun.
There you go. Look at hey, look at that. Look at
All
that.
right. That's it. We'll be back tomorrow with
You're
something else. All right. Everybody have fun.